What if I told you there's a single habit quietly undermining every goal, every dream, every bit of progress you wish you could make? A habit so invisible that you might never notice it, yet its grip could be the one thing keeping you from a life you actually want. Today, we're not just talking about motivation or mindset hacks. We're exposing the real reason you're still stuck and how the right discipline system is the missing link between knowing and doing. If you're ready to take charge of your growth and break the cycle for good, you're in the right place. And before we dive deep, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. This is the Growth Mindset Project, your home for real, unfiltered personal growth. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever noticed how you always seem to know what would actually help you, yet somehow those basic changes just never happen? You know you should have that tough conversation, finally start that project, set a boundary, go to bed earlier, or just drink more water.
These aren't mysteries. But how can something so obvious, so achievable, slip away day after day? Here's the truth. Your mind will choose familiar pain over uncertain relief almost every single time. Not because you're weak or lazy, but because your internal discipline system is running old scripts. Your nervous system mapped the discomfort of your current routine a long time ago, and now it's just background noise. Weirdly, even pain that you understand and hate can feel safer than growth that's unpredictable. The magic of the modern world is that avoidance wears a new mask. It's not laziness or classic procrastination anymore. It's productive avoidance. Instead of starting that report, you reorganize your desk. Instead of building your discipline system, you binge videos about it. Busy work masquerades as progress. All the while, your to-do list stays the same because you haven't crossed the threshold where real discipline lives: action. Imagine someone desperate to finally write a book.
They buy special pens, download fancy apps, join every writing group, research inspiration routines. You know the drill. Everything except actually putting words on the page, because that's where the risk starts. Their discipline system is built on preparation, planning, consuming, not creating. Months pass, nothing changes, yet they feel spent. Why? Because busy work is exhausting, but it never delivers fulfillment. Let's go below the surface. Your pattern of avoidance isn't driven by surface fears like failure. There's something more subtle at play: a fear of success. What if your discipline system actually did work? You transformed, everything shifted. New expectations, new pressures, and suddenly comfort vanishes. Or maybe you fear outgrowing your circle. If you build unshakable discipline, who are you leaving behind? And the cruelest of them all, the fear that if you truly gave it everything and still failed, you'd lose your sense of potential for good. It's easier to dance around commitment and use half effort as armor. Every act of avoidance, every moment you spend just almost ready, is fueled by a fragile discipline system. You keep a distance from your potential because it protects you from risks, visible and invisible. But this comes at a profound cost. Each day you stay in this limbo, the cost compounds. Tension grows between what you know you should be doing and what you're actually willing to face. Living out of alignment isn't just tiring, it's soul-draining. If this is hitting home, pause for a second. Drop a like and tell me in the comments, what's one thing you've been avoiding that you know would change your life? The simple act of naming it is the first crack in the wall. Now let's talk discipline system, not as some cold, rigid structure, but as the deep architecture of integrity. If you're living in almost ready, almost there, it feels safe, but it's actually corrosive. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken the foundation of trust. That's why discipline system isn't about perfection. It's about consistently aligning what you say with what you do, catching yourself sooner, and shortening the gap between intention and action. The comfortable cage of almost is deadly precisely because it feels safe. You think you're protecting optionality, but you're just eroding belief in yourself. Habits become identity. Suddenly, you're someone who's always one step away, never quite crossing over into the reality you crave. Here's the turning point. Recognizing this pattern is everything. You can't change a disciplined system you can't see. Every slip, every moment of discomfort has prepared you for now. The point where the pain of staying the same finally outweighs the fear of change. You don't break this cycle by waiting for some massive surge of motivation. You break it with tiny acts, small enough that your brain can't scream, "Danger!" One honest conversation, one tiny habit repeated daily. A single hour dedicated to the thing you fear most. Everything else is just mind games. Perfectionism designed to stall you until the right time comes. Spoiler, there is no right time. If you want to build a disciplined system that actually lasts, you stop treating action as something precious you need to be inspired for. You normalize it. Make action so routine that hesitation can't gain a foothold. Start before you feel ready. Take the step before your mind can talk you out of it. Each imperfect act is a brick in the bridge between almost and arrived. Discipline system isn't about never feeling fear or resistance. It's about removing delay as a default response. Real transformation comes not from giant leaps, but from stacking small, consistent wins. You build integrity by choosing honesty and commitment in the little things, day after day. Every act reinforces trust in yourself, healing the disconnection between what you intend and what you do. By the way, if you're gaining value here, remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It helps us reach more people who need this message, and I want you on this journey every step of the way. Look, time isn't neutral. Every day you avoid the hard thing, the thing that would set you free, those days are charging interest. Your discipline system is getting weaker or stronger based on what you reinforce. You can't get this day back. Let that motivate you to act now, not later. The real shift happens when you realize discipline isn't built on grand gestures, but on the willingness to keep showing up. The people who actually change their lives don't have superhuman motivation. They just move forward while afraid, imperfect, and uncertain. The discipline system they create is one of small doors, opened one at a time, sometimes with a shaky hand, but always opening. Fear thrives in darkness. Shine a light on it. Name what's holding you back. You'll almost always find that the actual act isn't as terrifying as your mind made it out to be. You're not meant to be perfect. You're meant to be aligned. The moment you stop fighting what you already know you need to do, you tap into energy that isn't forced or fragile, it's simply right. That's the power of a disciplined system rooted in self-honesty and imperfect commitment. So, what'll it be next time avoidance tries whispering in your ear? Will you stay in the doorway, or will you finally step across? Every act of discipline, every time you choose action over avoidance, brings you closer to the future you actually want. Want to keep rewiring your discipline system and break free for good? Check out our next videos, and don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss a chance to grow. This is the Growth Mindset Project. See you in the next one.